ladies and
Good
gentlemen.
evening, everybody.
Good
Joe
evening
Testa.
and welcome to the...
I want to see some head movement.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. It's hard to touch Roy Jones Jr. with a clean glove. But if he can, his opponent does have power.
Yes, he does have power, and he has a chance to catch Roy. Roy gives you this chance, clean. Because Roy will make you miss, but he'll do it naked. He'll do it with his hands down. If you catch him, bang, you catch him with everything.
Good biting, snapping shot by Roy Jones. Halfway through round number one. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. Solid left hand to the head. You see him holding on. Holt's missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found.
You're still not moving enough. Move!
Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no idea it was coming his way. He does not look good at all. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Holt's way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. Solid straight right hand. Well, let's talk about what kind of a fight this could end up being, because as far as we see it, both guys are really committed to the cause here. They want each other.
Hey, look, the old times would say these guys are harder to miss than they are to hit.
Holt's blocking ability is doing well for him there. Jones is putting forth a great combination there. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. And he's holding. If Roy Jones Jr. ever took his athleticism and put it into the mold of traditional fundamental boxing, how good would he be?
I don't know if he'd be that good. Maybe his awkwardness and his going about it in this kind of freelance way is what works for him, what is supposed to work for him. If he did it traditionally, he might lose maybe the talent that has gotten him to this place.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot.
Keep moving.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Not precise at all by Holt. A well-timed right hand by Roy Jones. Now he ties up there. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own, a left hand. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Good job on the two-punch combo by Holt. So we come to the end of the round, and that was a round that was very productive for him. Now he heads back to his corner, and they're going to try to repeat the success they just had, I'm sure.
Yes, he hurt his opponent there. He's going to want to go back to what he was doing and remember what set up those big shots.
Holt's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Holt.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Roy Jones Jr.'s well off the mark that time. Back and forth exchange. Jones is hit by a counter punch there.
Up and down, side to side.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round, Roy Jones Jr. is banged by a right hand. Teddy, I think he's going to go down. I think he's going to go down after getting tagged right there.
He doesn't know where to go. I mean, he's like a guy that's caught in a hailstorm. He's trying to get to the other side of the street, but he just doesn't know where it is now.
Trying to go downstairs, but off target. Laying a trap there for a moment and then scoring that counter punch by Holt. Holt's coming up big here early on in the fight because he just showed his opponent, hey, listen, you got to be careful. I can counter punch you.
No better way to slow down your opponent. You know, we know the other way you slow him down. You hit him right on the chin and you make him say, hey, I don't want to walk in. But when you make him miss and you counter, that slows him down too.
And the round comes to an end. Holt's up around here after 3 rounds on Teddy's scorecard, but really nobody has distinguished themselves to any great amount. Oh, and a crushing hook just gets right to him. He goes from damaged goods to defensive goods.
Yeah, because right now he's fighting on instincts. He's doing things without even thinking, just automatic things. Things that he was taught 5 years ago, 3 years ago, that maybe he thought about, but he didn't do. Now they're just coming out. He's just naturally surviving.
There's the combo to the body. Jones' punch didn't come close. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. That was a miss by Holt. Holt's almost got like a viper quality to it, doesn't he? He just gets in there, he attacks real quick, comes in, strikes before you know what hit you.
Yeah, he's very quick, and that is his style. He likes to get in, do his damage, and get out. Right now, his opponent can't match him with that physical ability. What he's got to do is try to time him on the way in.
Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. There's that hand speed of Roy Jones Jr. landing the hook.
Jump on him. Nice. Use your feet.
Comes across with a hook up top. He got hit, but he sends it right back. He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Holt. End of the round. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas with you ringside. He just didn't throw enough, Teddy. I mean, you got to go out there and put something forth if you want to win the round.
Hey, sometimes it's complicated, sometimes it's pretty simple. You don't throw punches, you don't win fights.
Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Just not there, straight right hand off the mark. I like this out of Roy. Now this is the Roy Jones Jr. that was forged in the country by his father, standing up to the punishment. And what a big shot. Holt in a tough spot now, down on the canvas. How will he recover? I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit. But I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Well off the mark by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr. showing some defense with the block. Roy Jones Jr. Big shot he just scored with. What a hook to the body, and he is down and in bad shape.
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Holt's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
Jones has got such confidence there. Look at the corner. You can tell. They just know that this fight could go their way. Scored a knockdown, now they have momentum. Well played, straight right hand. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Roy Jones Jr.'s in a tough spot here. He could go down with that bad defense. If there was a baseball umpire around, he'd call that a strikeout by Roy Jones. Holt sticking to what we've always known of him, Teddy. The style hasn't changed, even though he was knocked down earlier.
You know, a lot of trainers would say, hey, they pat him on the back. They say, there you go, kid. You know, stay with your identity. Just make sure that you correct a couple little things you need to correct.
Oh, a good right hand by Holt. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Missed the body shot. Jones has been able to avoid having any of his opponent's headshots landing flush.
And what his opponent has to do, Joe, is make an adjustment. Well, we used to tell the fighters, when a guy's elusive, like this fighter is right now, you have to shorten your punches up. Shorten them up a little bit, have less space to travel. They have a better chance of getting to that elusive target.
He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back underneath him. And he just holds on there. How about that exchange? That worked out really well. Throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Did you see that? How about that? He goes from being the victim to handing out the punishment. Roy Jones Jr. finds himself down, but not necessarily out, as he rises up to fight on. Holt swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent.
Keep your hands up, all right? You have me.
Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. Roy Jones Jr. is heading out there for this round, hoping that his legs are under him the way they need to be. He was dropped the last round.
Well, he's going to find out. See, that's a good thing you just said, hoping. Well, he can't hope his legs are under him. He's got to find that out, because if he goes out there and tries to use them and they're not, he's going to fall all over the place.
And yet another big shot comes in. How about that? Roy Jones Jr. down after getting tagged by that power punch.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Jones is back up, but is he back in the fight?
We're going to find out in a second whether or not he moves his head. Now, if he just stands there straight and you're the trainer, you better get up on those steps and stop it. He's not right.
Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Good smooth work by Holt. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back.
Roy Jones Jr.'s hit flush by a right hand. Wow! And he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
And it's all over. Holt's hand to be raised in victory. He scores the knockout here tonight.
By way of knockout,
That's what you want to see. A guy who can close the show and finish with style. He ends up a knockout victor tonight.
And that's what his trainer wanted. His trainer was even telling him, step it up a little bit, because he knew this was possible, and they got it.
For Teddy.